Hey guys, welcome to Off the Console. On today's episode, I want to talk about a couple things. First of all, this past weekend, Yoshinori Ono, the producer of Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4, and one of the mainstays of the Street Fighter franchise, and that was kind of teasing this weekend at the EVO tournament in Las Vegas about the next game that's coming out. Kind of teasing that Darkstalkers is going to be the next game to get a redo. Now Capcom has really been getting into the whole revitalization of its past franchise, of its older franchise titles, Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom. Capcom is definitely showing that you don't have to do 3D in order for a fighting game to be successful nowadays, which is really important. But one game that I would love Capcom to either do an HD remix or do an entirely new game to is something that is a little off the cuff for them. Back in the day, Capcom got into side-scrolling brawlers. They made two games. Both were role-playing, action role-playing games. One was called Dungeons & Dragons Tower of Doom, and the other was called Dungeons & Dragons Shadow over Mistara. Now both of these games started out in arcade form, and I loved it. It was like one of those 4-player, like the X-Men arcade game. 4 players, each player could take a kind of port that was on the arcade and you could all play all 4 together. It was one of the last 2D arcade side-scrollers that Capcom ever released, but it had massive replayability and great customization. You could add different swords and different armor and all that kind of stuff. Now in Tower of Doom, you had use of fighter, cleric, dwarf, and an elf. But in Tower of Mistara, they added 2 new classifications, the thief and the magician. One of my favorites, again, playing Shadow of Mistara, was the magician, because he had all these cool powers, and Capcom's artist who designed them, I believe, is the same one who did the art for Street Fighter Alpha and Alpha 2. So the art style for the game was wicked, very anime stylized, and it was just a really cool game. You fought shadow elves, you fought dragons, you fought harpies, you fought all kinds of monsters. And the game took you all over the world, over the ocean, villages, mountains, like everywhere. And it was just a really, really cool game. And I personally would love to see them do an HD remix of this. What do you guys think? Hit the forums, tell us what you think about the Dungeons & Dragons games that Capcom released. Would you love to play them again? We'd like to see an HD remix, or even a totally new game from Capcom. And what do you think about Capcom doing side-scrolling action RPGs or action games? I mean, we haven't really seen Capcom do that because they've been so busy revitalizing their fighting genre games. It'd be kind of cool to see them step into a different genre and see what else they can do. Anyway, that's it for Off the Console. Check you guys again. Peace.